Alright, in today's video, I'm going to be learning how to make amazing beat visualizers. You can also use this for your song releases. I've made a video like this before, but this is an updated version for some of you that want to learn the newer updates and easier ways to go about this. So if you are new to this channel, make sure you click on subscribe. I don't want to waste you guys' time, but I'm going to be doing in-depth. I'm going to be showing you guys every step along the way. So pay close attention. This is most especially for those that sell beats online, or those of you that want to sell your music online using even.biz or BeatStars or Airbeats. So pay close attention. Let's go. Now we are going to use CapCut for this video, and to get CapCut, if you use a MacBook Pro, you can just go to your Apple Store. Let me show you guys. Okay, so you can go to your App Store. Let me see. Right. And once you go to your App Store, you can just search for CapCut. I want to show you guys everything in detail so we don't skip anything. So this CapCut, I already have CapCut. So we are just going to jump straight into the video. Now, what I mean by visualizer, some of you guys have seen type beats online. And so let's just search for type beats. Okay, I think I spelled that wrongly. So you can see all these amazing cover arts, and some of them are so basic. They don't have much happening, which makes it less interesting for you to watch and look. So, but today I want to show you guys how I make my own, which is the most amazing one you can find that is easy to create for free without doing much. And I'll be giving you guys the resource file, which you can download via the link in the description. So some of the things we'll be using will include the restricted logo and a few stuff which I already have in my computer, but I'll still show you guys how to get it in case you are lost. And I'll be showing you guys the hack that makes these videos go forward on YouTube, so that you don't make amazing visualizers that don't get views at all. Now, to do something like that, we'll be needing, so if you look at these images, you can see here, most of them have pictures. So if we are going to layer this down to Afrobeat, we can just see how Afrobeat people do their stuff. So you can say Afrobeat type beats. You can click here and you see all these little movements. You can see the logos and stuff. You can see they all look almost the same, so you can do same for yourself. But the creativity plays a huge role, so you need to be creative at some point. You can't just copy and paste. And you can see some of the images. I'm going to show you guys how to get the image easily without stressing yourself. So to do this, I've already downloaded some pictures under my downloads here. You can see we have Ashake, we have some Bella Shmurda and stuff. We have Burna Boy, and these pictures look amazing. I'll show you guys where I got them. Now, to get these pictures, all you need to do is go to Google and search for, let's say, Thames. Then once we search for Thames, we can go to images. And here we have Thames, various Thames images. Let's see, I like this one. Now, this looks pretty amazing. All I can do is just save it and just say Thames image. And it goes to my downloads. Here we have Thames image. But Thames image is on 178 kilobytes, which is pretty low. It's not strong enough for us to get that high crisp quality. Once we load it into CapCut, it might diminish and then the stuff will get crushed. So we can just come here and just search for upscale. All right. Now under the upscale, you can see so many upscalers, but I don't want you guys to pay for it. I want you to get it for free so that you can just test run. If you like what you see, you can just easily pay for it. So we can just use the iloveimg.com, which I'll be just adding it in the description. So all you can do here is just come look for our image, and we saved it as Thames. This is Thames image 182. All right, so we can just let it load up and just give it a second. I think this is AI powered, so it will do its thing by itself. Just chill a little. All right, now you can see the difference. This is on 192 times 1080, and I've increased the pixel. Look at all that grain have all disappeared. Look, it's looking better. It have upscaled the quality. Look at how it was before. Look at how it is now. So all we can do is just come here and click on upscale, and we wait for it. You can click on the download image, upscaled image, but automatically it just downloads itself. Now look at the difference. 178, it have increased to 323 kilobytes, which is pretty decent. Look, it looks so amazing and so crisp. So what we are going to do is we are going to come to CapCut and import our image. Now you can see there are two, which this one has a bracket. If you use a Windows, it's same thing, so don't panic. Now you click on import and you can see the image is here in our CapCut, looking all great. I can just drag this and drop. This is the first thing we're going to be doing. So here it looks so amazing. So once we have this one, what we're going to do next is we're going to find our little accessories to make this very possible and clean. Now, depending on what you want to do, we might just decide to add the text first, just to have a proper understanding of the place we want to frame everything. So let's say this beat's name is Crazy. We're going to name it Crazy like this. Then there's a little font side here where we can just choose what font we want to use. But normally, I recommend you just use something easy to comprehend and look. So here, this one called Sunday Masthead. Oh yeah, so we can increase the size like this, and this looks really crisp and clean. So you see, this is looking good already. Now there is a little restricted logo that we can see on some of them here. Look at it, this little restricted. I'm going to add it because I do have it here. So I'm going to search for restricted. Okay, so I do have it here, but let me show you guys how I got it. So in Google, I just searched for restricted logo PNG. And there are lots of them, depending on what you want to do. And the main use is so that you can tell people, look, this is restricted to anybody that wants to steal the beat. Some go as far as going to Photoshop to customize and do other stuff, but I don't really like stress. This is just like a warning sign on the beat. So I can come here and just check my search and drag this. And okay, so I can just come here, drag this and drop. And here you have it. So we can just bring it here. Okay, I don't think this is the neat one, but yeah, I caught this one myself. It's not really that crisp, but you can just take the time, go to YouTube and look for one that you can use. But I do have a lot of them. You can see here, if you just unzoom it, it looks pretty cool and clean. All right. So it's coming together little by little, but it doesn't just work like that. So there are effects we can use. So we can come here to this effects section at this stop. And once it loads up, we can see here there are lots of effects we can try. I've already downloaded some. So this is like a flare. We could just add this one called Leak 2. And you can see if you play it, it will show a reflection. So if I turn off the image, this is what it is. It's basically a flare just showing light around. Look. So we can reduce the speed, reduce the atmosphere, so it doesn't just fill everywhere. And then we can now turn on our image. And you can see it's just there. So what we are going to add next is called noise. So instead of stressing ourselves and going through everything, we can just come to the top here and search for noise. Okay. So under noise, you can see there is noise 2. And noise 2 is just like little, it just flickers around. You can see this is noise 2. So this looks good. This looks amazing. We can drag it here and organize, and look at our visualizer is coming clean and clear. Look. All right. So what I do again is I add the other one called black noise. So this is black noise. This is what it does. It adds a little bit of like a distortion of some sort on top, but it's not really necessary. If you don't want it, you can just remove it and leave it like this. But the eyes work with something that always moves. Like the eye likes things that move around. So on this image, in the previous video, I did the long form, like the longest method. So I'm going to show you an easier way. Now here under the video effects, we have other cool, amazing effects like the pendulum and the shake. So you can see this one too is called the rebound swing. And if let's say I add it here, this is what it does. Look, it makes it move. It makes the image move. So what we can do is we can just reduce the speed, reduce the size of the coverage, and look, we have the image moving depending on the beat. So this makes it look beautiful. If you have an artwork that has your face in it, you can easily make it move and bounce. Then to make it spicy and a little bit much more, how should I put it, enjoyable, we can add camera shake. You can come here and add. So you can add multiple effects at the same time. Now this camera shake just makes it flicker like this, you see. So we can reduce the speed and reduce the range to like 1. All right, good. So it's making the image shake, and at the same time it's making it bounce. So I'm not adding any audio yet because of copyright problems, but definitely you'll be adding an audio when you are making yours. All you need to do is just import your audio. You can come here, click on the import, and we can find any beats at all that I made recently. Let's say this one. Okay, let me see. All right, so this one is more of drums. We can just drag it and drop here, and let's reduce the volume for copyright purpose. So this is it. So you see with the bounce and everything going on, let me chop it up. There's this little button here for chopping things up, so I can chop it up and delete. So you see we are getting there with the crazy font. We've done the font, we've added this little logo, and we've added some other stuff. Depending on what you want to do, if you come to your browser and you are looking for other things like, let's say, Dolby logo, you can see them. There are lots of them. You can just freestyle. I do have some here. Let's look for Dolby logo. Okay, yeah, I do have the Dolby logo, so we can open our CapCut and drag the Dolby logo just to spice it up and make it look clean and fine. So we can add the Dolby logo here. Let's go down to our layer where we added the first one here. Okay, doesn't really matter. So we can reduce the size of the Dolby logo and add it here. We can add it here, wherever we feel like it's supposed to be. So sometimes I can add it here, which looks pretty amazing. Some will put it some will put it at the top here, just to spice it up. And then you could easily duplicate this layer by holding Option and increasing it to the top. And here we can write download these beats or purchase these beats, which depending on what you want to tell your audience, purchase this beat for use. Okay, so we can reduce this. I'll be dropping these for you guys to download so you can use as a template for free. So if you watch this video and you like what you are seeing, you can have this and just replicate and do whatever you like, because I'll be leaving the file for you guys to use. Now, so here you see everything is looking crisp, clean, and pretty much amazing and decent. So for you to spice this up, there are lots of effects right here. There are some people that use this ripple effect, just give it like a VHS feel. You can also use these to add background to it. If, let's say, you want to take your character away from these and duplicate and put fire at the back, let me show you guys how you can do that. So you can duplicate this by holding Option, and then you can come here and click on remove auto removal, which, let's take this one out. You can see she's out, and this might be something that you want to try. Look, she's out. And let's find some effect for the background. I'm coming, let's scroll, let's find fire. Okay, so this is fire, this is fire. We can just come here, add this here, and increase it like this, and voila, we have fire playing in the background. So you can see this is more advanced than the previous one that we did, and it has more stuff that you can play around with. So, but I'm going to take this back to the default, the way it was, so I don't mess around with the template. So let's say the beat is longer than this and you want to increase the time. You can just come here and lengthen the beat, or you could easily just mark everything by clicking on Command A or holding on Command and getting everything. If you use a Windows laptop, you can hold Control, then you can drag the beat. You can see the beat is dragging and it's getting lengthy. So with all this stuff that I showed you guys, there's something again that you need to put in mind. If you want to get the best out of YouTube, you can come here, click on export, and you can see my own resolution is on 4K. If your system exports at 4K, and the bitrate you need to put it on higher. Then H.264 MP4, the frame should be 30 frames per second, which is the FPS. And as usual, the color space does not really matter, but this is on Rec 709 SDR. Then the format is WAV, the export GIF is 240p. So you can also click on check copyright here to know if this is a copyrighted sound on YouTube. Now, this is for those of you that might be using the sounds from inside of CapCut itself. Then here under the modify, we could easily name our file. Let's say beat templates free. Like now, this is the one I'm going to be giving you guys for free, so you can use it to test run and do any stuff you want to do. You can see the setting, everything here is cool and looking great. If your system is not really fast, you can come here under performance and turn on proxy. Now, when you turn on proxy, it makes things smooth and faster, but I think the display will be a little bit some type of way, but it doesn't affect the export. Now, this is something you can do easily without wasting much time. And if you look at this, you can see the quality is intact, everything's intact, and you could easily just use this to replicate what we see here. You can see everybody's just being creative. There are lots of people doing their thing. So if you love this video and enjoyed what you saw, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, because I have so much stuff coming. Until then, keep making amazing music and enjoy your journey into making money on YouTube and creating visualizers. Let's go.